Good evening, all of you. I am live. It is me. I am Paul Addict Mentor. And right now, we should be live on Twitch, live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Wow. We are moving forward. I am so glad you could join me. And if you're watching this on playback, hi. And hi again, and hi again, and hi again. Hi. My name is Paul Addict Mentor, and I'm an addict in recovery at first. Secondly, I struggle with my mental health massively. Let me just move this mic about a bit. Just shift it a bit because I don't want it in my face, innit? Morning, evening, afternoon, Adam. Secondly, I've got mental health issues. I'm diagnosed with anxiety disorder, secondary person anxiety disorder, borderline personality disorder, and post traumatic stress disorder due to lots of stuff. Um, I spent 22 years in prison and 27 years in active addiction. And in that time, I learned huge amounts of things. Loving the hair tonight, brother. Thank you. Um, I learned good things, I learned bad things, and I wrote things down. Now, I tell you lot all the time, I wrote prison diaries. I really did. Here they are. I dug them out today. Do you want to see my handwriting? My handwriting when I was at Big House. If you can see it very well. You can't really see it very well because I got the light on. There you go. Look, that's me. That's me writing. That's me every day I used to write the jail. I found another one here. Lots of it. Yeah. So I was looking through my diaries and I was thinking, right, mate. Good evening, Craig as well. I was thinking, I want to talk to you about what it's actually like in prison when that door shuts and the moment you're in that cell. How the hell do you occupy your time throughout them hours until the morning? Because most of you would just think, oh, it's right, you just jump on the bed, watch your TV. But you've got partners out there, you've got kids out here, you've got grandparents growing old, you've got businesses going to the ground, you've got your missus on you complaining that, the bills aren't being paid, the kids aren't behaving. I was in through the end of COVID as well, so it was real crazy. So let me just run you through it. So, you'd be running around, say this is association. Yes, Simon's in watching via Twitch. You are my first official live streamer watching me through Twitch. Thank you, Simon. So you get in that cell after running around, you're giving it to the boys. Yeah, see you in the morning, son, giving it the big I am. And then that door shuts, and it's a big bang, and it's a clang, and it gets you right in your stomach because that's the moment you are stuck in that 8x10 cell. What do you do? Your interview was intense. Love watching it. Your story is incredible. Thank you, Aaron. I really appreciate that, mate. Honestly, I love telling my story, and I hope you're going to enjoy this one. Well, this description. So you bang up, that lock goes. Usually, what I used to do is dump myself on the bed, sit there a minute, because there was never any point in me doing anything, because I knew within the next 5 or 10 minutes they're going to come round and they do the checks. So they're checking everyone's in the cell. It's horrible. And you hear them coming along. They go, each door as the door slams. Oh, it's so annoying. And then the flaps go. They're opening and shutting the flaps, rattling each door handle. Evening, Damien. Especially that first ever time you had a door lock on you. Yeah, man. I'm gonna get to that. Seriously, I need to talk more and more about that first experience. So you sit down on the bed, you're waiting for them to come. They've done the checks now. Going, right, what do I do? Right, put the kettle on. So if you're lucky enough to have a kettle in your cell, we're talking a little travel kettle, you make a cup of tea. And then you sit there and you flick through your 7 channels. If you're lucky enough to have a TV remote, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I had a TV remote quite a lot of the time. And I'd flick through the 7 channels and then it's done. Go on, mate. Keep living. Thank you so much, Shane. The silence is deafening after the clank. I'll never forget it. It's hard to forget. When you hear the sound of the keys, I need to do this a minute because I can't really see that. When you hear the sound of the keys, now, does it remind you of prison? Yes, is the answer to that. It does a heck of a lot. I get, you lot say triggered now and stuff like that, but I get, I do get that chill down. I do ask people if they're around me not to jangle the keys and stuff. I do have social anxieties and I do have like PTSD because of the time I spent in prison. Yeah, PTSD. Sirens too. Exactly that. I can have panic attacks. Police parking outside my door. I get huge amounts of paranoia and stuff. So, you put the kettle on, and then you're like, right, I'll write a letter or something. So you're looking for your pen and you got your paper and you're sat there and you're going, right, I wrote a letter 2 days ago. What can I tell anyone out there that I've not already? I can't tell them anything. Do you know what? So I'm not going to write a letter now. So that's gone right out the window. What else do I do? Oh, I'll just lay there. And you just lay there. And your mind is going like the tick of a clock. Click, click, click. And every thought, every process, every worry, every anxiety you are thinking about, worrying, stressing, trying to deal with it. It is completely crazy. It's a noise that you can't turn off, but you have to deal with it. So you're like, right, fuck that. I ain't laying there like that. That ain't a bit of me. So I'm like, what I used to do, I had things. Listen, I used to do colouring. What? Big man like you colouring books, bro. But that used to seriously calm me down. And I used to do matchboxing. Would you like to see something I made in prison out of matchboxes? Some of you would have seen some of my stuff before. Emma says, totally understand. Leon says, yes, yes. Outside thinking, locked up, clicks till it bangs. It really does. And Shane, that bang. Then you hear people shouting out the windows too. Oh, my days. Right, let's talk about the bang first. That click, 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 bang is the reason I have so many self-harm scars. Genuinely, that is because it used to get me that much. And I was stressing so much and blaming myself for absolutely all the wrongs in the world. I would just look around my cell and I'd see the razors there and I'd see the little bits that I've cut because I used to do the matchboxing and I'd be like, rah, you deserve this. You are a bad person and you need to experience pain. So that's an insight into why I used to self-harm. Because many people go, what, you trying to kill yourself? No, bruv. I have never once, by cutting myself, tried to kill myself. I've tried to kill myself by overdose. I've tried to kill myself by ligature. Yes, that was. But the self-harm, that was the overthinking, the stinking thinking, the analysis paralysis that goes around and around and around in your brain. Just the hurt, no hurt, man. It's a release, Craig. You have nailed it on the head. Boom, boom, boom. Nailed it because you are awesome. I'm telling you, self punishment. That's what it was. And many people in prison do that. Why? Because when you go to prison and you have all of these issues, and prison adds to the issue, they don't actually deal with the problem. By locking someone in a cell for 23 hours a day, and I say that on an average over the prison system, it will average out at 23 hours a day. Some people get out for 12 hours, 10 hours a day. Some people get out for an hour a day. Some people get out for 45 minutes a day. It depends on the establishment, depends on your sentence. But by locking people in these cells and not actually dealing with the issue, that's why the system is so broken. So you're locked in this cell, you're trying not to self-harm, you're trying to get some sleep, and then comes the noise. Leon, I am well, thank you, mate. You know, I've been a bit up and down today. Let me just see, what's it say? You ever hurt yourself to stop yourself hurting others? Just want to know what's your opinion on this. No, do you know what? Maybe for a screw, I have, to be honest with you, I have punched a cell door, wham bam, more than one occasion because I wanted to knock a screw out. Like, that is straight up truthful talking because, in there you get disrespected on a whole different level. But, if you whack the screw, that's you're finished, your parole's out the window, you're doing extra time, you get an IPP. So sometimes, yeah, that only. But it's about your differences. It's levels, isn't it? For some people, me smacking a cell door, a solid metal object, would be serious self-harm. But others, it's just a minor thing. So it's I don't really have I wouldn't say, I wasn't a guy to punch walls as a kid or none of that rubbish. That's not about me. I was always too chill for that. I was just a rebel when it came to getting money for drugs and stuff. The sky was the limit, man. There was no limit for me. So, getting back to being in the cell, another thing I used to do, especially through COVID. Now, some of you will know, I was high risk through COVID. I have no spleen, so I was banged up 24 hours a day. I was basically doing block with a TV in there. Um, I used to do puzzles. I found puzzles just the most relaxing. Evening, Rob. How are you doing? Shane, what go on? I fully get it, mate. Thank you, Shane. I really do. I really appreciate that, mate. Because it's all about me telling my truths. But whilst telling my truths, identifying the things that I think are wrong with the system. Yeah, I hope City get knocked, battered, and beat right up tonight. Anyway, getting back to the real stuff. So, they're putting you in a cell and you're having to find things to occupy your time. Because not everyone has got PlayStations and Xboxes. You need to get that idea of prison out of your head because that is not reality. There are some people who have PlayStations. There are some guys who've got two in their cell because they think they're gangster. But they're not. They're prison gangster, maybe. But that's about all they are. They've got nothing else to them. So, sorry about that. So, most of the prison population, they ain't got canteen money coming in. They ain't got PlayStations. They ain't got their own clothes. They're rocking him prison issue clothes, prison issue food, prison issue shower gel, and that's about it. Right, I need to see this comment here a minute. Same mate. I learned how to do code crackers in gel and each letter an alphabet and represented. But Jesus Christ, Craig, I don't know where that comes from. I don't know what you look. What? But yeah, just I know what you're to kill time. Oh, I get it. Yeah. I get it. Sorry, dude. Safe crackers. I was like, what the hell is he on about? I got you. Right, are you okay, bro? I am good. Hope you're okay. Need. I don't know what that says. Need Scabby Doo on the other one. But not quite sure what that's about. Oh, by the way, if you are watching me on Facebook and you do send me stars, I know many people don't really send me stars, but if you do, can you please tell me? Because, like I said, I am streaming through an app that allows me to stream on all of these multiple platforms at the same time. It's very technical. It's not. I promise you, I'm a tech wizard. I want to tell you, right, because I wanted to take you into that cell. And so you're in the cell, right? And you've got the cell and you've got your cell bed, right? So your cell bed's there. And then you've got a gap right there. And then you've got the toilet. And right here, you've got the sink. So you sleep, eat, and shit and watch TV all in the same bit, right? And something else you might not know, most prisons don't have toilet seats. So if you know anything about anything, when you flush a toilet, it sprays fecal matter into the air, right? So if you were to go into any prison cell in the country, there would just be fecal matter absolutely everywhere. So that's why a lot of guys, they make their own out of cardboard and bits. We have to get inventive. Some people like to turn their toilet into a seat. Yeah, true. Listen, you might go, what? Man sitting on a toilet seat, that is nasty when man's pooping in there and everything. But guess what? When you want a few people in the cell and you got 3 people sat on your bed mashing up your mattress, that's already about that thin. Now, boys, am I lying when I tell you the bloody when the mattresses are only that small? Took me months to get it in the end. Even worse, for most prisoners, you share the fecal spray with the pad mate. Oh, and that is so true. Don't forget, 2 of you in a cell, padded up. It's not a different size cell from the single to the double, unless there are certain jails where you get the what I would call the split double cell. So it's like 2 cells built into one. They're few and far between. Most double cells, they've just put a bunk bed in there in a single. Sent you stars. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. You are absolutely amazing. You keep coming on and doing that for me. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Absolutely amazing. I want to give you some of this because I love a bit of this. Gavin Lloyd, yo, watching him from Facebook right now, by the way. We are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Twitch tonight, we are trying to get on. I've never been to prison. Thank goodness for that. It doesn't matter. I'm just talking about a broken system right now, because that's all it is. The system is broken, and I want to try and fix it. So, when they put us in a cell, spraying us with fecal matter, not opening the cell if it's on fire. They don't open the cell if it's on fire, They just put, hose through the door, hose a lot of you down. It's great. There is no human element to a prisoner. Prison officers look at you at nothing more than, I don't know, this pen. It's so bad. Tory, hey. Like I said, everyone welcome. We are multi-platform streaming tonight, and I can say that because we are on 3 platforms. I'm still trying to get the other 2 on here so I can do all 5 at the same time. Steve Soul Train's coming in on Facebook this evening. Oh, let me tell you, Craig, I was thinking about the lumpy pillows. So, a prison bed is a basic steel bed. That some of them have turned to wood now. So you get this pillow, and it's like a pad of paper, really. So what you do, and this it's a prison thing. Folding your mattress in half to make it feel better. Folding your mattress, your pillow in half. I used to put 2 pillows in one because the prison officers come round and they used to do kit checks. If you've got 2 mattresses, they're ripping that out. 2 pillows, too many towels used as tablecloths, because your cell is your house. So you just want it to look as tidy as possible, but prison officers don't care. They just want it to look standard, boring. You're nothing, you're scum, you're a prison number. And that's that. So, how do we fix it? By fixing the problem, you have to know what the problem is. Right? Oh my God, you are so funny, Craig. I'd push all the lumps to the corner and wrap an elastic band around you to hold it. I used to have a bit of sheet, a bit of green sheet, rip that off, aka a line, and I'd use that for all sorts. Right. What is broken with the prison system? I think I've pretty much told you already that being banged up all day, every day is just a joke. But the real issue is you're putting these guys, a lot of broken men, into an environment and you are not doing anything to fix. They need to take emphasis away from work as retraining and actually focus on therapeutic change. Now, I'm not just talking about a couple of therapeutic communities thrown around the prison estate, because they've got those. I'm talking about every prison should be therapeutic based. Deal with the issues. Why are you going out committing robberies? No one had ever asked me that question. I was never asked the question why I committed robberies. What? What do you mean, Paul? No one asked you? You went to prison for armed robbery and kidnap. Yeah, I did. But the only courses they did was the 12-step course, ETS course, enhanced thinking skills, and controlling anger and learning to manage it. And guess what? That's the same courses that are only available now. And it really has to change. Rehabilitation rather than just removing people off the street. Exactly, Craig. Exactly. I know. I sat in those cells year after year thinking, when are they going to do a course for violent street crime? When are they going to do a course for people who just carry weapons? When are they going to do a course other than 12 steps for drugs? Did you get jobs in jail? I had numerous jobs in jail, but my job of choice was wing cleaner, right? Just because you could get your hustle on. And yes, Melly Jamaica's in the hizzy. I'm going to give you one of them. So they need to get the courses going, obviously. That's standard procedure, right? Get the courses going. Then really start to deal with addiction. Don't give people choices of drug free wing or not drug free wing. You come in with an addiction or you've got addiction in your past. Guess what? Guess what you do? You put them on a bloody drug free wing and you say, listen, you have to deal with your addiction. You have to face up to your demons and then you'll progress through the system. Not go do a mundane job putting tea bags into fucking bags and then going, hey, mate, well done, you got your parole. You maintained a job for 6 months. Well fucking done. That does not deal with the issue. The issue is the system's broken because they think of that. That's all they think of. Prisoners maintaining the prison estate. Prisoners cook, prisoners clean, prisoners pick up the trash, prisoners educate. Yes, I ran English lit level English level 1-2 and maths level 1-2, so I know. Wing cleaner, one of the best jobs to have. That or wing barber or servery. Wing barber or wing painter. I was wing painter once. I only ever painted my cell. I promise you. Wing painter, I never painted shit, mate. I used to get, fuck that, man. I'm going for a cup of tea and a spice spliff with my mate. What are you going to do about it? Genuinely. But that's the thing. I've said this a million times, right? The inmates run the asylum. Prison officers, governors, governors ain't got a fucking clue. Prison officers, they just like, please just don't assault us. We'll do whatever you want us to do, just do not assault us. And that's the problem. It's broken. It's broken because they took tobacco out of the prison. They took tobacco out of the prison. Now you lot are going, right, yeah, obviously smoking's banned in environments. But by taking tobacco out of the prison, you started a whole nother drug trade overnight. Overnight. Tobacco is now the most expensive commodity in the prison. That and Rizla. I could sell a Rizla for £5, especially a king size. That's the madness of what prison's like. They took it away, and with taking tobacco away, you've created more tobacco barons because a lot of people hoarded it, knowing that the ban was coming. What does that say? Do you get good money in jail if you get a job? No. £7.50 a week. £7.50 a week to 12, 13, maybe £14. Private jails are different. Private jails, you can get paid up to £50, £60 a week. But like I said, they're few and far between. Only ever seen senior staff and governors on Nickens. Exactly. That's the only time you saw a governor, when you're down the block. And that's crazy. So by taking tobacco away, they've created chaos. And that created a spice issue because then everyone's smoking a spice pure. Yeah. Yeah, no, Craig, by saying that, mate, now you're making people think you got £82 a week. Do you know what I mean? And that's you. I'm trying to tell truths, dude. So, were you getting paid £82 a week for a job? Can you get paid £82 a week for a job? And this is the issue. That's why I'm so important that I keep my message straight. And people don't then watch this back and go, why didn't he pick up on that? 5 jobs, mate. Now, I don't know how you had 5 jobs in a jail. I don't know. I don't want to ask. It's possible, people. Telling you it is possible. So, spice became a problem. And that is where I'm stopping, because I've got a little list of things that I'm going to go through. And we'll continue this tomorrow. I fucking love you lot. I swear to God, I love you. You are absolutely awesome. Thank you for listening to my little rants and my little stories. Have a fantastic evening. And guess what? I'll be back tomorrow night and I'm live 9 a.m. on TikTok only. Have happy mental health. And remember this, if you're going to go get high tonight, the drugs most probably might be all right. But when you sober up, it's just you, yourself, and your problems. And most probably addiction to boot.